Hi guys, and welcome back to another video of the Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV. In this video I'll show you how far you can go on highway speeds on electric only. As you can see, the car is fully charged and I have a range of 32 kilometers. The climate control is not running. Alright guys, I'm getting on the ramp for the highway. I have 27 kilometers remaining. I used up 5 kilometers getting to the highway. And as you can see, we're using EV only because the energy flow is going from the batteries to the wheels, and the engine is grayed out, which means it's not being used. I'm on the ramp. We'll merge into traffic soon. Avoid sudden acceleration because that will kick the engine in. Because if you floor it, then it's a small battery. It's not going to be adequate to give you that instant power, so the engine will kick in. And really, I mean, the electric motors and the batteries are powerful enough for you to not need to do that. And when I say no sudden acceleration, it doesn't mean that you cannot accelerate as you please. Like, do it as you would normally do. Just drive as you normally would, and you would be just fine. So I'm doing 110 kilometers an hour right now, still driving on EV only, and I will change it to this time to time to show you that we are driving 100% in EV mode. I will switch back here. 24 kilometers remaining. Actually, you know what? This graphic is better for you to see that I am in 100% EV drive mode. I can see the range in the gauge cluster. So when I'm close, I will show you. I will go back to the other screen and show you how many kilometers are left. I did reset trip B before I started driving, so I'm keeping a track of how many kilometers have been driven. Alright, so towards the end of the video I will show you everything, so we'll just focus on driving for now. As per the range remaining, I have 22 kilometers remaining, and I have used 7.3 kilometers. So that gives me 29 kilometers, roughly. As you can see, I'm not sure if you can see the traffic, but I mean, it's not too bad. It's not stop and go traffic, so we're good. I am driving at 110 kilometers an hour. If I do 120, I'll go closer to the traffic, which I don't want to, which I just did. But I'm getting closer to a truck ahead of me, so I'm going to maintain my distance. But regardless, we are doing highway speeds at 110 kilometers an hour. I just want to demonstrate how far you can go on electric only driving highway speeds, because a lot of people think that, which in some cases might be true. Again, when it comes to electric cars, there are a lot of factors that come into play when it comes to the range. It's the weather, if it's cold or if it's hot. If you're running the climate control or not. What kind of tires you have. Winter tires will affect your range greatly. The stock all-season tires that come with the car are low resistance, so they help with the extra range that you get. But even with the winter tires on, I have been getting great fuel economy and great EV range. As you can see, I still have the winter tires on because it's recommended for you to swap them out for all seasons only when the temperatures rise above 7 degrees. So a lot of people think that they only need winter tires when it's snowing. It's not true. You should swap your tires based on the temperature and not the weather. So it could not be snowing, but it could be below 0 degrees. But recommended is if the temperature falls below 7 degrees and stays there, you need your winter tires. And if you Want to swap them out back for summers or all seasons, make sure the temperature stays above 7 degrees. So I'm in the Toronto area and weather is very unpredictable. We just had today's May 1st and we had snow showers yesterday on April 31st. So there you go. Anyways, 100% EV drive. I have 18 kilometers remaining and I have driven 12, so 30 so far. I should mention that if you hit 130 kilometers, even going slowly, like gradually accelerating, the engine will kick in, even if you have a lot of range left. So what I'm saying is stay under 130, which you should anyways, because, well, it's not exactly legal. So yeah, so I'm staying under 130 for sure. I'm doing 120 kilometers an hour right now, and I'm driving in the HOV lane. Again, one of the privileges of having a green car, because you get the green plates and you get to drive in the HOV lane. For those of you who don't know, HOV means high occupancy vehicle, which means 2 or more drivers. So it's to encourage carpooling with green vehicles like this, or electric vehicles, which are also entitled for EV. The green vehicle, the green plates. You can go in the HOV lane even if you're alone. 100% EV drive. 14 kilometers remaining. I hope I don't get into rush hour traffic. I just want to keep driving highway speeds. I'm doing 120 kilometers an hour right now. I did set the angle so you could see the speedometer. I hope you can read the numbers. I'm not sure if you can, but let's finish the EV range, and then once I start uploading the video, editing, then we'll find out. Regardless, I'm going to upload the video anyways. You're going to have to take my word for it. You can probably see the needle that it's far enough to be at 120. Even if you can't read the numbers, hopefully you can. But let's hope for the best. 12 kilometers remaining. 16 and a half kilometers driven. So we're at 28.5 kilometer mark by now. And 100% EV range. I am not coasting, by the way, because you can see. If I was coasting, I mean, that Eco Drive will drop. So, and if I'm coasting, the EV range would not drop, or drop slowly, and the energy flow will stop. So no, I'm not coasting. For those who don't know, coasting means B0. Oh, yeah, another thing, if I was coasting, it would be B0 and not B5. What that refers to is the regenerative braking, at what level it is, B5 being the harshest or the strongest, which will actually bring the car to a complete stop if you give enough distance, obviously. And B0 means that there is no regen and the car will coast, as if in a manual transmission, it's the equivalent of putting the car in neutral while driving. So now the engine braking does not kick in, and you're basically just free wheels. That's what it means. It's for hypermiling, if you want to get the most out of the range. That's what a lot of people do. It is recommended to do that on the highway, because that's how you can get the most. Like, obviously, it doesn't work in city driving as well. Sorry, but it does on the highway. Similarly, regen should be avoided on the highways, because that does slow down the car and it will disrupt the traffic. Regen can be better, more helpful in city driving because it does help you slow down the car, avoiding braking, and helps increase the life of the brakes, which means less brake jobs, which means saving costs. 6 kilometers remaining on EV range. I have almost 21, maybe in the next 100. Oh, there you go, 21 kilometers. So 27. We started off with 32 kilometers on a full charge. We're down to 27 by now, which means we've lost 5 kilometers because of highway speeds, which is not bad at all if you ask me. 100% EV range. And I'm still 110 because I do have a truck ahead of me. Okay, so yeah, we're getting into rush hour traffic now. We almost made it. I have to brake now. So, well, it was inevitable. Maybe I should have gone further east and then started driving toward west. And anyways, it's not too bad. I'll still be able to make it to the other HOV lane on 403 and I'll probably be able to continue without coming to a complete stop. And even if we do, it's not too bad because, like, I mean, we have driven 23 kilometers on EV only, driving highway speeds, so that has to count for something. We still have 5 kilometers remaining, and we have been driving 100% on electric only. So I'm getting into traffic now, down to 60 kilometers an hour. I'm merging onto the highway soon. So I guess it shouldn't affect the results by a lot. Yeah, because this was like a minor hiccup, really. Alright. Okay, I had to brake, which brought my speed down to 30. And now I'm at a complete stop. Rush hour traffic. I'm going to try and merge lanes. To my left is now HOV. As soon as I get the opportunity, I will merge. Yeah, I guess we're good. I mean, technically I can just move over, but I'd rather not get a ticket over this. It is illegal to merge when you don't have the dotted lines. So hopefully further ahead soon we will get the opportunity to merge. Okay, 4 kilometers remaining. 24.3 driven. 100% electric. All right, let's see what the final numbers come down to. Okay. All right. And you saw it was raining back there. Not that it affects the range, but just saying. People forget how to drive in rain and snow. See, I was right. Not to merge. There goes a cop. Had I done so, he would have seen me and given me a ticket. So now we have the dotted line, and I can merge, and I did safely. So, all right, now. Okay, the cop just pulled over to the left on the shoulder. I don't know what he's trying to do. all right. He's just parked on the shoulder, probably looking for people who are illegally merging onto the HOV lane, or who are not even supposed to be on the HOV lane. You know, people without green plates and driving alone, or the illegal merges. Anyways, back on the range test. So 2 kilometers, 25.8, 100%. Now, when it does go to 0, I will switch to the eco information screen, because now there won't be any range remaining to left. But I will tell you that it does go on for a bit, even after showing that there's no EV range left. So we're on the HOV lane on the highway. I am doing just under, okay, I'm at 100 kilometers an hour now. So 1 kilometer, we're gonna hit 27. There you go, 27 kilometers driven on highway speeds only. 1 kilometer left, 100%. All right, there you go, 0. As you can see, the EV range has blanked out, and we're still driving in the EV mode. So I'm going to see how far it can go. So we've driven 28 kilometers. I had 32 kilometers of EV range when I unplugged this morning. We're doing 110 kilometers an hour. You will see the engine turn black and the energy flowing to the batteries when the engine kicks in. As you can see, the EV range is blanked out, and we're still doing 100% EV driving. I'm going to switch back because I don't want you to miss when the engine kicks in. Okay, it just kicked in, 29 kilometers. And now you will see it move from 100% to 99 because it just kicked in. There you go. And now it's going to keep going down, obviously, depending on how far we drive. And the further we drive, we keep driving, it's going to keep dropping. So the engine kicked in, and now it's going to keep switching between the series and the parallel hybrid mode that I described in my detailed review. I'm going to get out of the HOV lane now, pull over somewhere, take an exit, then pull over somewhere safe, and then stop the video. What's the verdict? 29 kilometers? Was it? I don't remember. Was it 28 or 29 kilometers? Anyways, I'll look at the video when I play it. So 32 kilometers is the range I had this morning when I unplugged the car on a full charge, and I was able to drive at highway speeds for about 28-29 kilometers. Now, even if you take out the 5 kilometers that it took me to get to the highway, we still were able to drive 23 kilometers, right? So we had a 27 kilometer range, and I was able to drive 23 on the highway. That means driving highway speeds consumed 4 kilometers extra. So if you do the math, 32 and 28, really, 4 kilometers altogether, no matter how you slice it. So there you go. You will sacrifice 4 kilometers, let's say 5, if you're not consistently if you're consistently driving 120 kilometers an hour, because there were times where I was down to like 110, 100, right? So anyways, regardless, I was above 100 kilometers the entire time, with the exception of that small patch where I hit traffic. So let's say even if you drive 120 kilometers an hour consistently, I sacrificed 4, maybe you'll sacrifice 5 or 6. Still not bad. 28, almost 30 kilometers, right? Driving highway speeds. And if you coast, obviously, you can increase that range. So hopefully this video was helpful for you, because a lot of people, they're very apprehensive about how the range will be affected by highway driving, because there is a misconception that it significantly drops. It does drop, but not by much, like we demonstrated. If you have an Outlander PHEV, let me know what your experience is, and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.